What's up, everybody? It's your boy Scummy Rebel here, and the first 4 days of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare beta are over. Thursday at 10 a.m. starts the last 4 days until the game releases October 25th, I believe. And there, I'm gonna try to be nice here. It was not good. I 90% of the time was not enjoying myself. There are a lot of things they can fix to make it more enjoyable, but there is one glaring issue that may be a little harder to fix, and I think might be one of the causes of the campiness of this game. So let's get into it.
Drank beer, liked beer, still like beer.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare beta went off to a rough start and kept going rough, I guess. It didn't have a mini-map at launch, and that made it really campy because no one knew where anybody was. I still kind of think we should just have the classic mini-map. Give us one less thing to worry about. You are changing so much here. Show enemy blips. It would kind of cut down on the campiness. There is I don't know why there is this weird inconsistency to where it's like a shoot first, die first scenario. A lot of the time, you're the first one firing your gun, and you shoot off like 10 shots at point blank, and dude just turns and you're down. I can't explain it. It is just the beta, so the whole connection thing, the way they're building the lobbies, it's weird right now. So that could change. They did add the minimap. They added the minimap. Not the classic minimap, but they may change after Xbox and PC are just like, nah, this is still weird. Give us the classic minimap. But the one issue that I see, and I don't see too many people really talking about it, is the maps. I feel like the maps are kind of causing this issue of campiness, because the way the maps are laid out in Call of Duty, it usually is that 3-lane kind of build. And I remember hearing that they were not all of the maps will have the 3-lane system. Well, now I'm starting to hope some of them do. When you have a 3-lane system in a Call of Duty map, you really have to only know what's behind you, what's in front of you, and where the choke points are. And you could kind of learn the cross map areas. You could kind of figure those out the more you play. Like, oh, I can't run out here because dudes could be up there, but then they got like 4 lines of sight aiming up on them, as opposed to just 3, maybe sometimes 5 lines of sight aiming at one spot. Make it a heavy traffic area, somewhere where people don't really want to be but may have to sometimes. It usually worked, because when you're running down a lane, you know that you've come from behind you, so you know no one's going to be back there. If so, they just came out and you didn't check an area good enough. Or they're going to be in front of you. Or once you get to the choke points, they could be off to whatever side that choke point is at. But in these maps, they're so open. They're so wide and open. And yes, the spawns are messed up. Of course, that's a huge issue, spawning right next to enemies. The first 2 days, the spawns felt all over the place. I could not understand why I was spawning where I was spawning. Now the spawns are so sticky that the enemy team could be completely surrounding a corner of the map. The whole other area of the map could be wide open, and I keep spawning in the same corner. It went from one extreme to another. They can change that. They can fix it. But the maps are still so wide open that you could be in one building and be like, okay, no one's around here. I'm gonna run to that building right there. And as soon as you start running across the street, you die instantly from like 3 different dudes in windows shooting at you. So many windows have so many views of so many angles that you could be anywhere and you could be like, nobody there, nobody there, nobody there, and then you die from someone who was not just there, and you're just like, God, if it could have just been like, nope, nope, nope. You could have been out of there, but you're like, nope, 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 and nope, and then there's a dude at the first part shooting at you, and I think it's the maps. I really do, and I hear what people are saying. The spawns are messed up. The shoot first, die first, but then you have God bless him. I love him. I love 8 Thoughts. He's great. He's amazing, but he keeps tweeting and putting in his YouTube video that he's not getting kills at close range with a shotgun. You got to ADS, my guy. You got to aim down the sights. You got to tighten that spread. I know that technically doesn't make sense in realism, that just like a shotgun here is wide and then right here it's narrow. That doesn't make any sense. But that's the way games usually work. So just roll with it, dude. Just aim down the sights. I don't want to see that circle, the hip spread of the shotgun, and have you be like, why aren't I getting a kill? ADS. I did the pump action shotgun unweakened quite a few times, and the over under shotgun is actually a little better. But people are complaining about things that might need a little tweaking, that might need a little fixing. But the one thing that I don't think anyone's really grasped onto yet is that it's the maps that are causing this. Think of any map that they've had so far. Some of you may not know. Some of you may have to look into the background. Look at these. Look. They're going to be down here. Look at that map. And I may be in a cave or in a building because I'm camping. Whatever. But if I get to a wide open area, look at how many lines of sight there are aiming at one spot. They're too open. They're just too open, and it's creating this sort of lingering thought that you could run anywhere and get shot, so you don't want to run anywhere. The mini-map wasn't helping. The really, really slow sprint out speed and the ADS speed, the slightly... I mean, for some guns, it's pretty good. The LMGs are really slow. Snipers are really slow. I could get used to that. But I should be able to pull the trigger even before I get that thing up to my face. So the sprint out time really needs an increase, especially with the SMGs, because if I hop a corner, I don't want that delay of like having to shoot as I'm going up to aim. It should be quicker. You should reward the rushing players more. But in these maps, you can't rush. Anywhere you rush, you got dudes at 8 different locations just ready for you. If you're on a 10v10, good luck crossing the street, dude. It's like running across the freeway in traffic. But I've heard people say the maps aren't sticking to the 3-lane system. I really hope some of them do. I know people have been saying like I don't want remakes, especially after Black Ops 4. I can understand that. But if these are the maps that we're going to be getting and they're this wide open and this easy to die, like you're looking out the doorway and it's just this dude's on your shoulder like, nope, I'm watching you, dude. I'm watching you. So you're so scared. You can't peek out from anywhere because you try to aim at where people could be coming from, but they're like, nope, they're in that doorway, that window, or further down there. And if not, they're where you're aiming and you start shooting and then you die anyway. That just could be a connectivity issue. I know I keep saying that. I'm really hoping it is. I am hoping some of these maps flow better. I've heard that in betas, people like to display their better maps. And if that's what they're doing, if they're showing us their best, I don't think these maps are good. I think in theory they could work. I mean, Azure Cave, if you stick to the cave and you stick to the other outside part, it's kind of easy. But then there's that house that's really appealing with the 2 little double doors and the stairs. Oh my god, I always die in there so often, and I'm holding the spot good, but then there's just some location I didn't even think about. That's like the 10th or 12th line of sight aiming in at it. They remind me of almost like Modern Warfare 2, wide open, die from anywhere. Even a little bit of Modern Warfare 1, some of those maps were kind of open. The 3-lane system where it really divides you, that just makes it makes for good rush play, because you only have in front of you, behind you, and the choke points. And you may miss somebody in a corner, but then you flip your mic down and you're like, corner camping bitch, and then you flip your mic back up and you're just like, on with your life. Whatever, I'm trailing off. These maps are not, this isn't my first one if you hadn't guessed. It's the maps. I'm convinced. They're too open. I don't know what else it could be. I know they can fix the spawns. I know they can fix the sprint out time, but there's this reason that I am not enjoying this. There is a reason that I am not having that much fun playing the beta when I played the beta. Until the beta comes back. Hopefully week 2 feels a little different, but if we don't get a map that doesn't just have cross map areas across the entire thing, then I don't know. then I don't know. I like that the guns take 60. I'm hitting weapon caps. Like, I hit the level cap in a couple games, and then they increased the level cap, and I hit that one again in a couple games. I liked working through the weapon caps. I liked, even though I was suffering the entire time like some sort of masochist, I was kind of enjoying that aspect of it. But oh my god, if there is nothing to grind towards, then I don't know what's going to be keeping me around. These camo challenges need to be the same, if not better, than the old camo challenges. The 100 headshots, make them more unique. I'll admit, do that. And then just make new camos that you have to actually complete challenges for. That would be awesome. They could take that anyway, but if there's not that just grind to want me to suffer through these wide open maps that I'm going to be getting cross-mapped from constantly, I don't know how I'm going to suffer through it. I don't. I'll probably end up playing the game the whole year. I mean, it was the beta, so there were spawn issues and shoot first, die first issues that I didn't experience in Black Ops 4, but I didn't play the beta of Black Ops 4, so I don't know. Hopefully things get better and I'm able to at least enjoy this year if I'm going to be playing this game for an entire year. That's about all I can really say. The more areas you have looking at anywhere you're going to run out of, the less likely you are to run out of there, and the more likely you are to sit in that doorway and wait for someone to run up to you. And I hate running up to doorways and having someone just waiting right in there that I can't even see because of the shadows. Maybe they'll fix the lighting issue, but still, I don't know. I don't know. Could be good. Could be bad. We will have to wait and see. And I'm pretty sure that that's going to wrap this one up. The one thing that's causing this game to not do good in the beta, everyone's complaining about camping. It's the maps. Everyone's complaining about the spawns. It's the maps. The maps have a little bit to do with it. If you could spawn in one area and just know, like, okay, from right where I'm spawning, there's behind me and there's in front of me, you kind of have some bearing. But when you spawn somewhere, you're either stuck in your spawn or you spawn across the map and you just start running and some dude's on the other side of the map and he's just like, oh, look, boo. You can't check all those angles, dude. You can't. You just can't. That's gonna wrap this one up. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Comment down below what you think if you've been playing the beta. Has it been fun? Can you already kind of feel the camping trend going? Now that you've been thinking about it, now that you've been mulling it over, do you think the maps have something to play with this? Do you think the maps kind of intimidate you away from a rushing play style, making the whole gameplay slower and campier? Everything else can be fixed. Once we get the maps that release with the game, those are the maps that we get with the game. DLC, they can actually try to change things and be like, oh, we're remaking this old 3-lane map, and then that map may be a success. Who knows? I realized this and I thought I had to say something because no one else is saying anything. And yeah, that's gonna wrap this one up. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Drop a like if you enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all guys later. Peace.